Hey guys, Todd here from the Parenting Ninja. Today, I want to tell you, your kids aren't delicate. They're resilient. I remember when I was like a young parent, right? And I was out at the park and our little kid was running around and I saw this kid fall. And just running, fall, scratched his knee a little bit and was getting ready to get up and start playing again. And then the mom comes over like, and all of a sudden this kid's like, oh wait, I wasn't going to cry. I just scratched my knee, not a big deal. But I'm looking at your face, Mom, and it looks like I should be crying with you because you're scared. And if you're scared, I should be scared. And then all of a sudden, this kid lost it. Well, now guess what happens if every time that happens? Every time that kid falls, whether Mom's there or not, he knows the correct response is to have a meltdown and cry. And I'm not saying it's not okay, but how much of that are we training? I mean, I've seen it time and time again. Kid falls down, kid does this, he gets up, goes about his business, and then Mom or Dad comes over like the world just ended, and now they have a meltdown because they didn't know it was a big deal until somebody else made it a big deal. We've got to remember kids are way tougher than they think. Way tougher than we think. I remember our youngest, Hope, she used to love the song Lowrider. Right? So every time the TV show would come on that had that theme song, she would come sprinting out of her room like a NASCAR driver, come around the corner to run into the living room to dance, right? And I remember this one time, Granddaddy had just given her this big yellow duck, and she was holding it, and she heard that song come on, and she's trucking out of her room. And she's young, she didn't take into account the weight of the duck was not going to let her turn. And she went bam, head first into the wall, and I'm watching it. And she backs up, shakes her head, and runs into the living room and dances. Not a tear. Now I'm looking at that going, I might would have cried. That looked like it hurt. You were full speed into the wall. She finished dancing, she turned around, she said, Dad, yes, sweetheart, I need an egg for my forehead, right? So I know you're asking why an egg. Side note, we took an egg because if you roll an egg on there, you won't push too hard to create more pressure on the bruise because the egg's delicate. Shh, parenting hack. So I realized right there, she's tough. And it was because every time she had a slip, I didn't run over and was scared for her. Hey parents, we got to remember our kids are sponges. They soak up everything. We think they may be young, but their brain is soaking it up. And if they fall and scratch their knee, and it's just a little bitty scratch, and they were going to get up and play, but we overreact to that, they're going to learn that, oh, I need to be sad when this X happens. And guess what? Because of our overreaction, they're learning that's how they should respond when something small happens. So imagine if we're maybe over-responding when this little thing happens, how that's going to magnify as they become teens and adults. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click the bell. By the way, we're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Look for He Said, She Said, We Said.